Guys, it's Andy from mcfcfantv, and hope everyone's well tonight. And this is our live preview of Opposition Fan Channel preview, and for the game on Sunday. And I want to say a massive welcome to Lee Chappie. How are you doing, mate? Again.
Hi, yeah. Thank you too. This is a first for us, Andy, because I'm actually doing a lot. We're almost doing a cross stream here, so I'm also going to bring you into the channel as well on mine as well. So anyone that's watching right now live, we are doing a preview show for the Man City versus Leicester with Man City Fan TV. I'm with Andy here. There we go. We're both going live at the same time. This is interesting, mate. Might be a YouTube first.
It's certainly a first for us because we've just set it up now that you're going live on your channel, and we're obviously live on ours as well. So we'll see how it turns out, mate.
Yeah,
you well?
Yeah, you know what? I'm excited for the Premier League. I know
we've got a bit of a cross there.
I'm really excited for the Premier League, mate. We're out of the EFL Cup, but I'm not too bothered about that.
Yeah, we're getting a bit of echo back on both sides. I don't know whether I'm hearing echo from your side, but I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna end mine and record. Right, what I'll do is I'll record it and I'll edit it and put it up on mine. We'll stick live on yours. How's that?
No problem.
There you go. Is that better?
Hello?
Is that better?
Ooh. Yes, that's perfect.
Is that better?
Absolutely.
Right, no problems.
Yeah,
what I'll do is we'll sort it out later on. Right, yeah, cool. Let's get back to the show.
Yes, we were trying something a little bit different, a bit fancy. I'm sure there is a way around it, but obviously, if we're running two sort of live streams, there can be a little bit of feedback and things. But thanks for coming on, mate. If we look at it, you're top of the league.
It's a bit weird that, especially because we've just got knocked out of the EFL Cup by Arsenal. To be honest, I wasn't too bothered about being knocked out of that cup because we've got Europa to worry about, we've got the Premier League to worry about, and I still want us to win the bloody FA Cup one day. So I think more important competitions than the Mickey Mouse Cup, as it's called these days. But yeah, top of the tree, mad. The last time we were top of the tree on the first two games, we won the bloody thing. So who knows?
It's interesting because obviously you're up there, albeit it's only 2 games in. But your end of the season last season wasn't great, was it? What were you concerned about going into this season after the way that you sort of fell away really, really dramatically at the end of last season?
Yeah, to be honest with you, though, I think it's kind of been sugar-coated by the fact that there was a pandemic on. If you actually go back probably 8 matches before the pandemic, we was poor still then because we lost Ricardo Pereira. When we lost Ricardo, I think it was around was it mid-Feb time? I think we lost Ricardo. I can't quite remember when it was, but when we did lose him, my oh my, you just notice straight away. He does so much damage for the defenders that he's attacking down that right side. He can pull players out of position, and it opens up the space for James Maddison to do his playmaking towards Vardy, and that's where goals come from. And without that pace down that right side, we did seem like we lost some sort of like cutting edge, and then we lost Maddison as well when we came back, and it just went downhill from there. We got a red card. Soyuncu was red carded, and we lost him for the Man United clash to secure Champions League football. It just, I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
you've obviously mentioned there 2 players, Soyuncu and Maddison, which over the COVID summer and everything else, they were 2 players that you probably thought, are they going to move? Are they going to, I know the rumours were City were initially sniffing at Soyuncu, but then there's obviously Maddison and things like that. But you've managed to keep hold of them. Have you actually improved the squad over the last few months?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. We've signed Timothy Castagna from Atlanta. If you've never heard of him, he's Belgium international and works really well with Youri Tielemans and Dennis Pratt. So we've now got a Belgium trio from that international side. And my word, he's walked in and he's mustard. I'm telling you, Ricardo Pereira is going to have trouble getting back at right back. I'm telling you how good he's been. Yeah.
He's a good player, Pereira. Very.
I know this Castagna though, mate, is mustard.
Yeah,
Mohammed Ahmad, Bruce Lee, mustard.
Oh, really? Well, we're going to have some quick questions for each other. We'll be on for about another sort of 20 minutes or so. But let me just quickly see who is on our channel. 2 Irishmen and oh God, here we go. No jokes. Sorry, we're just bringing it up. My missus said to me, "Are you listening to me?" Oh God, they're all in it having jokes. Chris Baker and a few others. Let me just see anybody else. No, they all look like they're telling jokes to each other.
Yeah, I've just read one of your comments about another injury. Is that Jesus out?
Yeah. Well, but the rumours are they've not put a specific time. It could be 2 weeks. It could be longer.
Mate. Well, that's a massive loss for you. We've got a bigger loss, I think, for our team, and I think that's Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi will be out for up to 12 weeks. He's having surgery with a groin injury that he picked up against Burnley. So without him, luckily we've got Johnny Evans coming back at centre back.
Yeah, did he have a red card?
Yeah, that's right, on the last game against United. So he's coming back in, luckily, else we would have been in real big trouble.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's certainly a loss. We've got Aguero out for, rumours are, up to 2 months more. So he's not going to come back now until maybe even the end of November. So we've got now Jesus out. And obviously midweek we played Bournemouth in the Cup. And young Liam Delap, Rory Delap's son, is only 17. He scored on his debut, and he looks a very exciting kid. But you know, we're talking about replacing a Jesus and an Aguero, and maybe Pep said maybe he'll wait and see. He'll wait and see, and he's going to keep him with the squad, and he'll see whether he plays on Sunday or whether he'll play a false 9. I'm being honest, I think he might play a false 9, but. With a Sterling there or something like that. But you never know. This young kid might get another opportunity against you guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to mention about the squad. I can show you my predictions for the squad if you want, and get it up there, so I can get it up on screen for you. Give me literally 5 seconds. I'm still here.
No, it's fine.
There you go. I don't know if you can go full screen, but that's my predictions for Leicester's lineup.
Okay.
I don't know if you can get that full screen or not. But that's an unchanged side, apart from that Evans comes in for Ndidi at the back. So it'll be James Justin and Castagna on left and right, with Soyuncu and Evans at centre-backs, with Mendy holding in the middle, Youri Tielemans, Dennis Pratt, with a Harvey Barnes, who's really impressing at the minute on the left. Brendan Rodgers is saying that he could potentially be as good, if not better, than Raheem Sterling at one day in his career. He's only 20. Really? I think he's only 21, I believe. Perez on the right. We all know who Eos Perez is. And Mr. Jamie Vardy himself, the 34-year-old Golden Boot winner up top.
Yeah, I mean, that looks... I mean, it's a very, very exciting... And actually, in that lineup, looking at it now, very attacking. Lineup, and so no place for Maddison, you reckon?
James Maddison, I think fitness wise, although he did play in the EFL Cup on what night was that? Wednesday. Yeah, I think he's still carrying some sort of injury from last season, so I think he's probably fit, but I don't think he's going to start. But that's my prediction. I don't think he'll start.
Yeah. Well, Martin says, welcome, Chappie. Lee.
Yeah, I'll come back. Hang on. Here I come. I'll have to teach you how to do this, Andy, and get like different screens coming up and stuff. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we have done it on the channel before.
Have you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just been a bit late trying to put this one together, so I've not managed to put my team out. And to be fair, I've got absolutely no idea where we're going to be come Sunday, because Pep has said he thinks we've got around about 13 fit players to play for Sunday, fit players without drafting in a load of kids and things like that. So, what the lineup is going to be now, Jesus is out. Who knows? One thing I think for certain is Mahrez will definitely play, especially if he does play with a false nine with Sterling in that role. I think Mahrez will definitely start on Sunday. Obviously, being Leicester.
Yeah. And
And
he'll like to score against us again as well, because he did last season, didn't he? So
yeah. Well, I mean, last season I think was it 3-1, and we had a 1-0 win as well at your place. So,
that's right. Yeah.
We'll wait and see.
We've not actually beat Man City since 2018, believe it or not.
It's been a couple of we especially after the hammering you gave us at the Etihad that time.
Yes, in the pissing, wasn't it in the peeing down rain as well?
Yeah, it was.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was.
No, it weren't. It was at the King Power, wasn't it? It was 4-2 at the King Power. Andy King got the opener. I remember it. It was in December. It was
sorry, I'm talking about the Etihad game.
Oh, you're on about the one when we won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yes. How can we all forget that one?
Yeah, it was. Well, as it stands at the moment, looking at our defence, Nathan Ake played and last week had a brilliant introduction. I thought he was superb.
Yeah.
He played alongside Stones. Obviously, Laporte has been out with this with COVID and everything. And will he be back? I'm not too sure. Will Stones retain his place? Stones had a great game for us. Obviously, Kyle Walker will play. Who's going to play left back? Probably Ben Mendy. I would imagine. Ederson will be back in net, and we had Rodri and Fernandinho, which we've not really seen because Fernandinho was playing as a centre back last season for us and rarely played in midfield. But those two together looked absolutely superb. Really, really good against Wolves.
Yeah, I'm going to say you won against Wolves.
Yeah. Will he stick with that? Maybe he will. Phil Foden had a good game, though Foden played the other night against Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, so, yeah.
Will he play? We've got Ferran Torres, the new lad. He could start, but obviously we've got Kevin De Bruyne and we've got Sterling, we've got Riyad Mahrez. So
scary.
I'll be surprised if the lad starts the game anyway. I think he might be on the bench just in case. But we're in today. The rumours are we're in for Ruben Diaz from Benfica, around about €60 million.
Yes, I'm just reading that right now in front of me from that Fabrizio Romano.
Yeah,
I can never say his bloody name. So that's 55 million, isn't it?
It's around 55 to €60 million with also then Otamendi potentially going the other way, but I don't know whether Benfica can afford his wages.
That's with you.
Block. So, but he certainly won't be in for the weekend. But we've been named with Koulibaly. We've been named with so many centre backs this summer. But this one, it does, by all accounts, it seems that City have agreed terms with the player. It's all about just getting it over the line now in the next few days, and it goes the other way.
Leicester's news of the day. It comes from the Leicestershire Live, which is almost our local paper website that we're linked with Burnley's James Tarkowski, and also going for Wesley Fofana from Claude Puel's side, actually.
Really?
Former Leicester manager, yeah. So there's two players that we're apparently linked to, and I have put a bid in. According to the Leicestershire Live, I put a bid in for 30 million. So God knows, 30 million plus add-ons for Burnley's James Tarkowski.
Only 30 million for him. Really? Who else was it? Was West Ham? I think it was West Ham, but I thought the rumours were around about 4.
West Ham are competing with us for Wesley Fofana as well.
Oh really? Oh right, okay.
So both teams are competing for two players.
Tarkowski's a good player. He is a very good player. He's you look at his stats over the last few years, he's done extremely well.
And don't forget, we've signed the exciting Cengiz Under, the Undertaker himself from AS Roma, who can't play because he's not got a work permit still.
We know all about work permits with our players, hence why Douglas Luiz went to Villa. Very exciting kid, but we ended up having to go there because we couldn't get a work permit for him.
Right.
But he wasn't going to play that many games for us, to be fair, when we signed him. So, yeah, work permits. But anyway, let's just see who else is on. We City fans wanted youth. Now we're going to rely on them. That's a really interesting point, because we have been crying out at City to get more of the Phil Fodens, Tommy Doyles, Taylor Howard-Bellises into the team. It looks like we're going to have to rely on those type of players now to get us through the next few weeks in particular. Sam Elliott reckons this is your best chance to beat us, Lee.
Yes, Sam, I like your confidence for us.
Lankow reckons Edison, Walker, Ferner, Laporte, Mendy, Rodri, Torres, Sterling, and Mara. So, yeah, a false 9. Anyway, but Martin agrees. One of our presenters, best chance this chappy with our injury list. So, it's saying that. To be fair, City fans over the last couple of months have been a bit doom and gloom, and we were going to get beat by Wolves, our bogey team, the other night, but we had a brilliant first half performance, even though it got a little bit tight in the second, and we came away with a 3-1 win. But so moving on then, just to sort of wrap up the last sort of 10-15 minutes of here. What are your expectations for this season?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, we can.
Okay. I'll go first. I think Brendan Rodgers wants to have a good Europa League run. I think that's the target. Probably quarterfinals, maybe semis. I think that's going to be the ideal target, and hopefully to try and stay in that top 6 bracket in the Premier League and secure another run of Europe football. I think that's what Leicester's ambitions are. If you look backwards, probably 7 years ago now, when the King Power brand put out a little press conference to say we want to achieve European football in the next 5 years, only that 2 years after that press conference, we won the flipping Premier League and we're in the Champions League. And we've built on that. I know we haven't finished in the top 4 and stuff, but what we have done is we've built players, we've sold them for lots of money and invested that back into the club, including training facilities. I don't know if you've seen it, but I have put out a video on my channel. If you want to have a look, it's a state-of-the-art training facility that no other Premier League side's going to have, and it's being built right here in Leicester for £100 million, and it's a state-of-the-art stuff. Just check my channel out for the video. It's class. I can't wait to see it in the flesh. Can't wait.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they probably looked at the Etihad model as well, the campus there, and I don't know whether it'll be the best in the world, but
who knows?
Right up there. Yeah, but you've done well with your signings, and obviously the way the club's run, we know is run very, very well. On there
with lots of love, lots of love and attention as well from the King Power owners. They've came in and changed the club from where we were when they came in. We were on the verge of struggling. I mean, there was a point where we was in administration, and some of the players stepped in, like ex-players like Gary Lineker and Emil Heskey, that saved the club. And we was in league. Don't forget the League One days that we went into when under management from Ian Holloway, and all about it. You've been down there yourselves, and then you get a new ownership and a new eye for direction of the football club. And look where we are now. We're both on YouTube talking about our clubs and how well we're doing. Both of us have been there.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. With regards to your squad, then you said obviously you'd like a good run in Europe, let's say. What about Premier League? What's the ambition for the Premier League? Because let's face it, you have spent a bit. Obviously, you've recouped a significant amount of that money back, but surely by now, with Rodgers already now had another season under his belt with Leicester. You've got to be trying to break into that top 6 guaranteed, or even pushing for a top 4 place, and even though it's very hard.
Yeah, I think the top 4 is going to be very, very difficult with the likes of Liverpool signing Thiago. That's not helped at all. I think they could potentially run away with the league eventually, nearer to the end of it. Obviously, yourselves, you're struggling for injuries, but... Yeah. You're still a massive side and some massive names, and I think it's a battle between you two to win the Premier League if Liverpool don't run away with it. I was going to predict Man United to nick 2nd or 3rd, but not anymore. After they performed against Palace, they were poor, and they are so way off what Man United should be at. As a club. I don't think we'll get top 4. I think it'll be somewhere between 6th and 10th. That's just
really.
I'm just being realistic. That's all.
Okay.
Trying to be realistic.
And the problem you've got also is that you look at the way Chelsea have spent, and there's another,
exactly.
Chelsea last season, you would have gone, well, they're not a top 4 contender.
I joke, I joked though on my channel. I joked that I've got little uns, and when they go to like the doctors or something, there's always those toys that around, isn't there, that they can play with, right? And there's always a bucket of bricks, but you've got like Mega Blocks, Duplos, Legos, and the wooden ones. You can't build anything with them. They're all from different places. You put them together, and then you can't build. So that's what Chelsea might have done. They might have put all these different pieces together and might not actually form well. You don't know.
No, I mean, it's whenever you make that many signings, we know what's that's like, because when obviously we were taken over, we had to spend big and had to do it quickly to try and get anywhere near the top 4 from where we were, and it takes time. But they've certainly made some very, very good signings, in my opinion. Like you said, whether they'll all gel together over a season, but they're another team that now are going to challenge for a top 4 this season, because you've got ourselves, Liverpool, you've got United, whether they will or not, but you've got Chelsea, you've got Arsenal under Arteta doing really well as well. So
yeah,
you've got 5 or 6 teams all now genuine contenders. Then it depends what Mourinho does at Spurs and everything else. So, I can see why you're trying to be realistic, going sort of anywhere between 6th and 10th.
Well, if you can take, I've got a thing against the Media 6 bias, which includes you guys now. Sorry, it does.
No,
I see it as United, Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Spurs as the media favourites, the ones that generate the most money for the media companies.
If it was about media side, I definitely won't put us in there.
Well, you are one of the big boys now, and that's it. To nick one of those spots is a triumph in itself from the other 14. So to nick 6th or 5th is more than enough, for a club that's ambitious and trying to break that 6. So that's the target, I think. Again, I think that will be the target.
It's a shame because, it sounds like potentially this is going to be a pretty exciting season, footballing wise, because obviously United have strengthened, but we'll see what happens with them. Liverpool have made a couple of signings. City have made 2 and possibly going to have 4 in total before the transfer window finishes. Arteta's done really well. And then you've got Spurs and then Chelsea come into the mix now with all of these signings. And it sounds like it's going to be a really, really interesting and exciting season. But we know fans.
I'm excited to see Gareth Bale pair up with Harry Kane and Son. I'm excited to see that, as much as I'm not really a fan of Spurs. Sorry, Expressions, if you do ever watch this. There you go. Sorry, Expressions. He's my pal from his channel. Yeah. But I don't know. With no fans, there's still the excitement, like you say. It's just there's a little bit of magic gone, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh God. For me, a huge amount of magic's gone, but it's still going to be interesting, even if we're watching it from our sofa at the end of the day, because it doesn't sound like they're going to allow fans back in. Possibly, if the PM's talking about 6 months with this potential restrictions and things, well, you're looking at next season, not this season for fans. Hopefully, things will change anyway. So,
predictions
before I just see, has anybody got any questions that you want us to answer? But what's your prediction?
I'm reading your comments actually in the chat right now, and there was one that I was gonna. Let me just scroll back to and find it while you go ahead.
Yeah, go on. My prediction. Your prediction. Go on. No, go
on. So I'm going to go with Leicester to decimate you guys. I'm going to go for a magical 3-1 win.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm going to go for it. I think Leicester are hungry, and I think they look good. I know we've only played the Baggies and Burnley, bloody Burnley, but they've looked bloody good. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win against you boys. It's happened before; it can happen again.
Well, you're probably still ahead of us, sort of pre-season and things like that. I mean, we've only been getting players back sporadically in the last couple of weeks from international duty, and then obviously we've got the issues with COVID. A couple of players down with COVID, so we've only had our one game against Wolves in the Premier League, which was 45 minutes of absolutely immense football. And you were watching it going, this can't be City in their first game. They were that domineering against Wolves. But then second half, you could see they were starting to tire a little bit. So we had a load of kids out midweek against Bournemouth for a tight 2-1 win. So it's only our second game, and with Jesus, with Aguero out, and several others who are going to be out as well, I still think we'll probably just have enough. Even I think the way we retain the ball, will probably see us over the line. I think it's going to be a very tight game. I said 3-1 win for City against Wolves, albeit a close game, and it was at certain parts. But the first half performance was sensational against Wolves, and I think we'll do something similar. I think we'll hold the ball, we'll keep the ball well, rotate it. So I'm going for a tight 2-1 City win. Well, I'm hoping for a win. I'll take it. I'll take any win if I'm being honest. if we've only got 13 or 14 fit players, I'll take any win. But I think it'll be a tight game, very very tight. By the sound of it, you guys are playing. The last couple of games you played really well. So
yeah, taking away the EFL Cup, take away that, because we just played a reserve side, literally.
Well, did you get beat? Was it 2-0?
Yeah. And to be fair, there was a lot of young lads on that field, and it wasn't the same side even, at all. So whatever, it is what it is. But you move on, don't you? Yeah. There is a question in there that I'm going to answer. It's on your channel. Is it John Grogan said?
John Grogan.
Yeah, that would I like Riyad Mahrez back? Riyad Mahrez.
Is he being cheeky?
Riyad Mahrez. Now
go on, give us your honest thoughts on Riyad Mahrez.
Okay, as a Leicester fan, I've seen him come into the club when we were lower down. We brought him from nowhere. Was it Le Havre for a cool 500 grand, right? And after we'd won the Premier League and did the Champions League, it's almost like everything that we did for him didn't exist, including his fans, forgetting where he came from, which was from some dodgy side out of nowhere, and we brought him in and turned him into this spectacle of a player. Yes, he does that himself as well because he's a talented lad, but we helped him get there, and the way he acted to get out of the club will never be forgotten. He's tainted his legendary status at the club for acting like a baby. Mahrez. The problem is he brings fans with him, Algerian fans. And if you don't say anything positive about him, no, I will. I'll go there. If you don't say anything positive about him, you'll get attacked for days on end. And my social media has been attacked thousands of times by these geezers. Yeah. I will not change my mind. He is a mighty bastard. He's in it. He's in it for himself. He's in it for himself, nothing else. He's in it for himself. He's not a team player. He's not a team player.
You don't have to tell me about Mahrez.
However,
trust
me. Going back to the comment, I would take him back based on the way he is. He is a phenomenal player. And when he's on it, he's on it. When he's on it, he's on it. But he's lazy. He don't defend, and he needs a bloody good defender sitting behind him. The only reason why he did so well at Leicester is because he had N'Golo Kante behind him and then Ndidi as well. Yeah. That's the only reason.
We've had so many discussions over Riyad Mahrez.
So there you go. There's my 50 pence on Riyad Mahrez. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. But boom, there you go.
It wasn't a player I wanted at City. I think he's a luxury player, especially playing in a position where he plays for us. He plays right wing, and for you, he played in a deeper role and he went forward and was exceptional. Really, really good. But for us, he's not a winger for me because he's so one-footed, doesn't beat a player, cuts back in, but you can't deny his stats last season. His stats, his goal and assists were exceptional, very, very good. But onto the Mahrez fanboys, yeah. I mean,
I've just read. I'm reading the comments now. Like Sam Elliott says, I hope he gets one against you now. I'm not knocking him as a player. He's a fantastic player, but he's up here isn't. That's the thing. Yeah, he will go against you boys when he wants to go. When he wants to move, he'll do the same thing. He will do the same thing. He left his own international side, Algeria. He pissed off to an airport to try and get a transfer.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't think.
But they forget that, Andy. They forget that.
I don't think Mahrez will be leaving us. I think if anything, City will get rid of Mahrez before he leaves us. If I'm being honest with you, but listen, he is a very exceptional talent. But
he is. But he comes with baggage. He comes with baggage. I'm telling you.
He has brilliant games or he has really poor games, and that's sometimes the problem. But everyone's. Would rather have Martin on the wing than Mahrez. Martin's one of our presenters. But anyway, listen, any final thoughts before we go?
No, to be honest with you, my rant has tired me out now. I'm more than done on that. I'm glad I got that off my chest.
We'll be the ones because it's on our channel. We'll have them all back on below with all the comments and things like that. But
that's fine. You can highlight that for all you want. But if anyone wants to watch me do the watch along show, I'm doing it on Sunday. You could flip between me and Andy on our reactions to the game because I will be doing it live at 4:30. Well, 4:20. I'll be live on my channel. My channel is Lee Chappie. Just search Lee Chappie, you'll find me. And
we'll be live as well doing a watch along. So we'll no doubt try and cross over, have a chat with you, see what's going on. Somebody's just put great preview, fellas. Thank you, Iona Beats, mate. Sorry we've not had a chance to read out all your messages and your chats because it's a quick one tonight. But Martin's just said he's doing a watch along on Sunday for us. So nice to meet you, Lee Chappie. Says
no, thank you, mate. Yeah, it's cool, man. I enjoy doing this sort of stuff.
Don't forget, go over and check out. I have in the description. You will see a link to Lee's channel.
Brilliant.
So go over and check it out. And
I'll do the same as well, Andy, for yourself when I put out my version of this.
Not a problem, buddy.
Before I shoot though, Andy, I always finish my shows with a question out of the blue. Nothing to do with football. Ready? Here we go.
Ahead.
Pineapple. Does it belong on pizza?
Yes.
There you go. There we go. That's why Man City are going to lose at the weekend because it doesn't.
I don't. Ham and pineapple pizzas. I have tasted. It's all right, but it's not my thing. I mean, nothing I would choose. I must admit. But, I like pineapple, by the way. Right. Listen, Lee. Good luck for Sunday, mate. Thanks for coming on. Really
I appreciate it, and yourself
as usual. And we'll know.
Speak soon. Yeah, we'll speak soon.
Sunday.
Yeah.
All right,
take care.
Okay, guys. This is Andy from mcfcfantv. That's Lee Chappie. This is the Leicester preview. And good luck for Sunday. See you soon.